Entering the 80s, Citroen only had the aging CX and GS who had been facelifted beyond recognition. If they wanted to survive and not be shut down like Simca and Talbot a few years prior, they needed a hit. Introduce Project XB, a family hatchback designed by no one else than Marcello Gandini, known for no less than the Countach or Lancia Stratos. The car will share its engine with the 405, but as Citroen wanted, it will stay a Citroen, not a Peugeot. The BX will know many variants, edition or facelift in its long-lasting 12 years career, selling over 2 million vehicles and saving the brand. Now let's switch back things to today. This is my new project. It's a 1.9 GT, I think it makes like 105 horsepower. It's a nice peppy engine. It's a car I got about a week ago and I haven't done anything, I haven't had time. So today I will just be cleaning it, hopefully. I have time, polishing it, waxing it and stuff. And that should be most of the video. And in the next video hopefully I will get it running because yes, it doesn't run, but that's a video for another time. So let's move on. So as I've said, it doesn't run. Well, it ran a few days ago, but it doesn't now. It's only a small ignition issue. The spark plug are really worn out and the water cap is also corded. I couldn't get it clean enough for it to run again, but it's nothing. I'm waiting on parts, it should be here soon. And carburetor wise, this car works fairly good. So first step on the list was to try and push it. I had to wait for my dad because I couldn't push it at all. So in the meantime I've decided to try and fix a few things. First off, removing everything that was not needed. This meant removing the wind deflectors. I like wind deflectors and I especially like them on a BX, but in that state collision and it started rusting the metal under, they had to be removed, sadly. And while I was there removing stuff, I've also removed the door stops, which sadly damage the paint, obviously, because if not it's not fun, but yeah. One thing I really want to fix is this. They are supposed to be transparent, like slightly tainted glass, but they are plastic and they age awfully badly, you can't even see through them. It's quite funny. Okay, so while I start cleaning the car in the background, I will talk a little bit about this car in particular. This was, it's been a few years I've been wanting a BX. My daily is a 605, but the BX is a car I always loved. And finding one, a GT, a pre-facelift, it was such an opportunity. As I've said, the car runs and drives just fine. I brought it back home like 30 kilometers by driving. It drives just fine. But it has a few things to pass MOT that needs to be perfected, and especially the running issue. But it's quite a crazy car. They only made 15,000 of these during 85 and 86, and the 86 as this one is. The few special things, the paint was not specific to this year actually, but it was an option. This one got tinted glass, it got front power windows, the two fog lights that was specific to the GT with the front bumper that's unique to the GT, the hubcaps are unique. It's just such a special car, just such a cool car. I've already fixed a few things. The lights didn't work, the blinkers didn't work, it was just the switch that were worn out. I just had to change them. It's like two metal bits. I just had to change the metal bits and now it works. Just a bunch of little things, but the most important thing, it doesn't have any rust. I'm so happy about that. Really, the rust was my main concern, but this is absolutely rust free. It's absolutely brilliant. It only had one previous owner that sadly passed away last year. It was always garage kept and it was owned by a grandpa who still drove it. I have road maps of trips I did during 2019 and stuff. It's quite funny, but it's also quite sad, but I'm glad he kept good care of the car. The car is in brilliant shape, honestly, even if the paint is a bit worn out, but that's expected. It's 35 years old, what do you want? Anyway, I will let you enjoy the montage. I would normally use 2 buckets, but considering the state of the paint, I was not too worried to scratch it. The car was covered in 3 saps, this is why you'll see me scratch the paint at some point. Now that the car was somewhat clean, I could clay bar it, so the paint is somewhat clean and decontaminated. For those who don't know, it's basically like removing the black spots on your skin, I guess. Now this does scratch your paint, but considering I was going to polish it anyway, it was not a big issue for me. It doesn't really show on camera, but the paint was really sad and dry and not really reflective. This is why I've done a polish. I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but trust me, it was really bad. So I want to be clear, I'm not a professional by any means. This was my first time using a polishing machine and polishing a car, so excuse my lack of skills. At this point my phone ran out of batteries, so I started doing things without filming, and I was running short on time as night was falling, so I waxed the car. For those who don't know, pre-facelift BX are color matched plastic bumpers, and well, plastic still age, so I'm using this product I've been using for years on plastic and stuff. It's from a local shop in France. You can get it for really cheap, and it works really well on plastic.
Okay, and so as it's turning night time, I will have to stop for today. I still have the interior to do, but it's not too dirty, so I'm not too worried. It's fairly clean, like it's 36. The paint is 34 years old, 35 actually, because we're in 2021. So I wasn't expecting that much. But really it's covered in condensation, but if you look close, it's a beautiful metallic paint, and you know, with a few more polished in the coming years, it should really stand out. I've went and cleaned every door sills and everything inside, obviously, and greased all the doors handles, because I was a bit stuck. Same in with the trunk. Yeah. So tomorrow I will be cleaning the inside. Maybe tonight, I'm not sure. I'm going to put it in the garage. I still have to clean the glass. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with how it got. This will need a lot more work, probably, you know, have to be sanded to look better, but I've polished a bit, and you can almost see through it. It's not supposed to be perfect, but you should be able to see through it. Okay, so I will see you soon tomorrow.
So the next day I started on cleaning the interior. Again, it was not that dirty, but you could see it was covered in 36-year-old dust. It was a bit of pain to get off, especially on the velour and stuff, but in the end it came out fairly well. I had to use a few special tools, like a steam cleaner, came really handy in removing some baked in dust and stuff. Honestly, it was not that bad. I've done worse, I've seen worse, but it just took time, and you know, the carpet is really thick, so vacuuming it was a pain. I did not film everything because it was raining that day, so I had to stop recording and stuff, but honestly I think you'll see most of what I did.